Hey Moltvans, and welcome to another episode of Arc Genesis, and yes, Gizmo is flying. This is what happens, for those who don't know, at least in single player, I don't know about servers, but whenever you log out with a creature on your shoulder, when you log back in, they're just floating right above your shoulder, so you can walk away without them, which can be very much not good. I'm in denial about going through all these chibis. I might just leave them here, choose my favorite. Still deciding. Actually, here, I want to check out the wyverns, because I love the wyvern chibis. So let's see, it should be, there they are. I got two of them. Let's see, oh, yeah, like I said, I'm in denial. Let me put those Carcanos things back. And can be stuck. Okay, whatever. You'll just sit there. So, there's a million Carcanos. I was trying to go through all of them. Yes, you can see my folders of... They weren't really working. I was trying to organize them, but like half the time they would go in the folder, half of the time they would stay down here. It was really obnoxious, and so I'm just kind of giving up. I'm just going to go through until I find one I like, probably, and then... Oh, I got them all. Okay. Find the one I like, and then just keep that one and check the rest, because maybe... Or I'll just leave them here, because we're actually... This is probably going to be our last episode in the bog biome. Here, let's check out these chibis. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Look at him. He's like orange and red and blue. Oh my goodness. Okay, that one's going to be hard to top. What's this one? Okay, yeah. Not a huge fan of the tan. Okay, yep. We're going with the other one. I don't know what to name it. If you guys have any name suggestions for our... awesome looking wyvern. Oh man, I'm super excited now. I did not think we were going to get that lucky. That's amazing. Okay, let's throw our other wyvern back. I'm not going to chuck him. Like I said, I'm in denial about all these chibis. I don't even know what to do with all of them. Because I've organized them all by their certain type of chibi, and I don't really want to undo the organization, but I don't really like all these crates, so I'll have to figure that out. So anyway, like I said, today is... probably going to be... Oh, look at her awesome new wyvern. Oh man, that's amazing. Anyway, distraction. It's probably going to be our last episode in the bog, because we've completed all the missions, we've done all the things, we've tamed all the new variants, all the new creatures, so I don't really know what else to do here, so I kind of want to move on to a new biome and build an awesome base. But there are a couple places that I've heard about that I kind of want to check out, so... Alright, let's look on our map. There's a treetop village, apparently, and I really want to find it. I'm gonna hit H to see if we can find this treetop village. It's somewhere, it's in the middle-ish of the map up here somewhere. Whoa, where are you going, Ride? So I'm going to see if I can find this. I was looking for the region of it on the wiki. They don't really have much on it at all, which is one reason why I kind of want to find it. But the locations are about 70, 75, I believe. That's just a rough guess. I haven't actually checked it out yet, so let's go to there. 70, 75, so a little bit north and a little bit east. Okay. 70, almost there, and 75. Wait, no, west. What am I talking about? Is it like supposed to be this thing over here? Oh no, go back up. No, there's probably bloodstalkers under here. I don't want to be bloodstalkered. Is it like over here? Like I've seen here before. Huh, is it higher? Might be higher. It's plausible. It's apparently a whole region. So, ooh, there's a rock over there. Maybe that's it? Right here? No? Not seeing anything. Okay, so we've got some sad news. I cannot find this anywhere, and I'm beginning to think it's just somebody added it to the wiki, and it's not actually a thing. Which is kind of sad, because I was really hoping for that, but... In the meantime, like, this actually, about where I've been looking, is actually a really cool spot to build a treetop village. So this is something that I will definitely keep in mind. Like, we're still going to be coming back to the bog occasionally. We're not leaving it forever. Still have a couple cool building projects that I want to do. Like this now treetop village. Like, look at this tree, and let's get up higher. So you can see as we go around, like this is a really big rock. We've got this one right here. We've got, there was another one nearby. We've got like this one over here. Like there's lots of them fairly close to here. I think there was one, whoa. Hello, let's get out of there. Yeah, there's this one right here below it. We're gonna have to watch out for Bloodstalkers, obviously. Oh, there's even, wow, there's even more rocks right here. So, like, there is just so much potential over here. Like, I might have to, I'm gonna look into this and see what I can do because there's all of these rocks. So, the next place I wanted to see if it existed is called Nana's Stump, and I want to see if we can figure out why it's called that. So, the location of this one generally is about 7339. Sorry, 79, not 39. So let's go south and then east. So it should be around here and it'll be on the ground. Oh look, well this one at least exists. Is it this one right here? It's probably this giant stump right here. Let's check it out. Never realized that this had a name. Whoa. Oh, that's a really cool looking stego. Whoa, that was terrifying. Was expecting to see a stego and saw my Bloodstalker. That is actually a really cool stego. Oh, that is beautiful looking. I'm sorry, stego. But anyway, let's check out this giant stump and try to figure out why it's called Nana's Stump. Like, that's such a random name. Like, what's with that? So, let's see. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. It's got this little... oh, I've totally been here before. Can I? Please? There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. We're just gonna try to wall climb. There we go. That was kind of weird. Was not cooperating. Huh. This would be a kind of cool spot to build a base. That definitely would have to be vertical, not as much building room, but it's very protected, so that's kind of cool. Huh, so that is Nana's Stump. What's at the top? Oh wow, that's a giant flower. So, nothing really up here. Cool spot though. What are these giant flowers? Those are really trees. Okay, that is one thing I'm really looking forward to about not being in the bog, is the fact that you can hopefully actually see when you're on the ground because there won't be giant trees blocking your view constantly. Okay, that's actually really cool. Look at that flower. That's awesome. Okay, wow. Come on, stego. Go away. Awesome. Okay, so my plan for the rest of the episode is we're gonna get all the bog glitches. So this one is at 69.977. And so yeah, let us get this glitch.
This island is teeming with life. So much life that it's making the simulation glitch out. Imagine what it takes to keep track of the insect swarms alone. Thousands of insects, each on its own flight path, each looking for something to consume. They're rather like tiny versions of you survivors, aren't they? Yeah, that's it. Those creatures are picking up heaps of organic compounds in the air, just floating around. I reckon you'd call them smells? It's just chemistry to me, mate. When you're sniffing around this biome, watch out for hydrogen sulfide. You know, H2S? My data says it smells pungent, but then it deadens its own sense of smell. You can breathe in the poison without realizing it. Now that I've fixed that glitch, we can get moving. I reckon it's important to keep moving here. This bog has a million ways to get you stuck. Let's see, there's quicksand, massive spiderwebs, thick foliage, rising water from monsoons, plus all the muck that sticks to everything. Makes me glad I can float, it does. I just like it. It's fixed. Hey, it was hard to reach. This biome is such a dismal place to get around in. You humans must be used to life in the swamp, eh? After all, that's where you come from. The Fertile Crescent was a swamp before the first humans drained it for agriculture. Makes me wonder whether you survivors are planning to drain this bog too. You got it! The last giant in this biome is gone. Gone for good, far as I can tell. And it's supposed to be a final exam for survivors in this biome, so it shouldn't just disappear. If someone turned the master of the biome off, why would they do that? The whole point of all this is to observe and test the survivors. You've been doing well and I want you to get credit for it. I fixed the glitch, but I spotted another change to the simulation. One night out there, it's a swamp gas in the bog biome. As designed, it was just supposed to put you to sleep if you lingered in it too long. But it's killing survivors by the slab. Don't breathe it unless you've got a mask or something. Yeah, that's it. That's strange. This glitch was caused by repeated access to an old Earth text. In this case, a normal in the 1700s. Robinson Crusoe. Listen to this. I was wet, had no clothes to shiver in, nor anything either to eat or drink to comfort me. Neither did I see any prospect before me but a dashing account of being devoured by wild beasts. And that which was particularly afflicting to me is that I had no weapon, either to hunt or kill any creature for my sustenance, or to defend myself against any other creature that might desire to kill me in theirs. I dare say that sounds familiar. Too right! Another glitch caused by access to an old Earth text. This one's a letter from Jeremy Benham in the 1700s. It's describing a prison where the guards can see to every cell. The inspectors concealed from the observation of the prisoners, hence the sentiment of a sort of invisible omnipresence. The whole circuit reviewable. I'd say that's more than a bit ominous. I just When I fixed this glitch, I got access to some historical data. Well, future historical from your perspective, I suppose. The times when they were building the arcs in the simulation before everything fell apart. It's about the last war before the collapse. A series of wars, apparently, between the United Republics of Earth and the Terran Federation. The two sides didn't have different structures or ideologies or goals. They were just two dingoes tugging at the same hunk of meat. Only they both wound up starving. Yeah, that's it! Another glitch with some historical data attached. I think someone's using the simulation processor to look at old Earth history, and it's throwing up glitches. This file's about Homo Deus, the much-lauded next step in human evolution. Trade in that mortal body to exist as a being of pure energy and thought. Like Helena, who made me. No one realized there was a catch, though. The Homo Deus ascended beyond our reality, at least most of the time. So, from our point of view, they cease to exist. I'm a hologram, so I shouldn't judge, but ceasing to exist might be a deal breaker. Yes! We're finding more than our fair share of glitches, eh? Lots of different causes, but the Genesis simulation is supposed to be able to handle anything. As far as I can tell, they launched the simulation in a hurry. I found a file with heaps of issues that a quality assurance team was supposed to check on. It's a list as long as my arm. Or it would be if I had arms. You know what I mean. Too right! Another peek behind the proverbial curtain. And another weird discovery. The Genesis simulation has heaps of subroutines, dormant or ticking along very slowly, for long-term changes in the environment. And when I say long-term, I mean things like erosion, or changes in atmospheric composition, or evolutionary changes in the dinos. It made me wonder, just how long is a simulation supposed to run? Too right! Data storage systems churned up another glitch. Something is seriously wrong in there. Some of the survivor mines have entire sectors missing. So bad they can't spawn in the simulation. Not every survivor, mind you, but more than a few. You feel alright though, don't you? Your noggin looks fine and you've got the same go-get-em attitude as usual. If you feel odd, up in your head I mean, just let your friend HLNA know, eh? You got it! Once we've you've got a glitch that isn't caused by intruders or misbehaving survivors. This one was structural. The makers of the simulation called it a keydule, a combination of key and nodule, and it's a self-contained passkey capable of editing itself. You should see what it looks like in the coding VR. It's a wee unassuming thing, but drop it in the wrong part of the simulation and it'll cause heaps of trouble. Yeah, that's it! The second generation of immersive simulation was idealized version of the real world. National parks, tourist attractions, and shopping centres. Holy dooly, were there lots of shopping centres. This glitch was a bit of leftover code from one of those. If you wanted to buy discount aftershave, then sorry, I just deleted the remnants of an old shopping sim. Yes! You survivors have the most interesting minds, always striving to see more, do more, be more. Not everyone is like that. Some people didn't thrive when their minds were transferred into simulations like this one. According to the files I just saw, living in a sim exacerbated their ordinary bad habits. Laziness, poor impulse control, that sort of thing. Part of them knew the simulation wasn't real, I reckon, and that took their worst urges off the leash. Let's hope we don't need survivors like that here. The first humans to transfer their minds into a simulation knew they were exploring only briefly, but things got dodgy once people started living in simulations indefinitely. I spotted a whole set of design guidelines that boiled down to make the sim nice, but not too nice. If you make a sim pleasant enough, not dangerous like here, then some human minds never want to leave, and they resent the hell out of it when they get yanked back to the real world. Isis, mate! Apparently, survivor B424660 fancied dodos, and she wasn't the full quid. At first, she just tamed them, but then she'd tell other survivors that the dodos were talking to her. Then it got really weird. She started going on about how she knew revealed dodo wisdom, and other survivors could become disciples of the dodo. When she finally cocked it, or Repsada, hundreds of dodos gathered round and it threw up the glitch I just fixed. Yeah, that's it! That glitch was just a maintenance thing, easily sorted. Turns out the interface between mind and body for you survivors is rather delicate. But with the right code, you can pluck survivors' minds right out of their bodies, or plop those minds back into bodies. That means you aren't in the Genesis simulation forever. Just long enough to get these tests done, eh? Yes! While I was fixing that glitch, I took a squiz at some maps for the Genesis simulation. I'll spare you the trouble of looking. There's no good way to walk from biome to biome. But when I've got the right coordinates, I can teleport us from place to place, biome to biome. I like a good walkabout as much as the next fractal personality, but teleporting is aces for getting somewhere fast. You got it! That glitch was someone mucking about in the archives. Someone accessed a 19th century novel called The Coming Race. In the book, an underground explorer finds an advanced culture of creatures called the Vrilya. Their whole society relies on an all-permeating fluid called Vril that they control with their minds. Sounds a bit like liquid element if you ask me. Too right! While fixing that glitch, I took a squiz at the version history for the Genesis simulation. As the simulation's creators were finishing their work, things were falling apart across the world. This wasn't the only big simulation, though it was one of the most sophisticated. Well, I wonder what happened to those other simulations, if and when they were knocked off the grid. You got it!
I've been watching you, and the other survivors. You should have seen them all. Why, I was just watching an ordinary survivor, same as you. He dove too deep, couldn't reach the surface, and well, you know the rest. I expected a lot of thrashing about, and I wasn't disappointed. But the wild-eyed panic of a drowning survivor, that never gets old.
Ugh! Stop doing that! I don't care who or are what you are. Yeah, that's it. My sensors are picking up changes in the mineral composition within the Genesis simulation. Are you familiar with the substance known as element? It's a wonder material, endlessly strong and adaptive. Element was fundamental to civilization's greatest technological achievements. And element was also fundamental to civilization's downfall, because it changed in ways human inventors never intended. Corruptive ways. I don't know why the amount of element within the simulation is increasing. Just be careful when you come across it. Yes! That glitch was from a security breach, but overall the number of alerts and denials is way down. You'd think that'd be good, right? No such luck. I'm seeing a lot of obvious backdoors encoded into security systems. If someone got inside the Genesis simulation, and it looks like they did, they've set it up so they could come and go as they pleased. That's bad enough, but they didn't hide their work. For whatever reason, they aren't worried that someone will follow along behind them. Ouch, this might.
You're starting to struggle, aren't you? Look at what you're wearing, what you're eating, how you carry yourself. That veneer of civilization is slipping away, and that's fine. You won't need civilization where you're going.
Him again! I'd like to tell him where to go. Yeah, that's it. This glitch was just a bit of rubbish code left over when someone added a new criteria to the Survive observation system. It's measuring you now for something called civility. I don't have much to go on beyond the dictionary definition. A cringing submissiveness. Why would anyone measure that? In any case, the tests within the simulation haven't changed. I'm sure if we keep doing our best at those, we'll be fine. You got it!
Your successes are nothing I haven't seen before. Gathering, hunting, invention, all safely in the middle of the bell curve for someone with your experience. Aren't you going to try to impress me?
I think I'm getting better at giving our intruder the flick. I was peeking around the Survivor database just now. Come on, you know how curious I get. And I saw a bit of the structure of your minds. If file size is anything to go by, what makes you, you specifically, is much more your personality than your memories. That's what the makers of the Genesis simulation lavished their attention on. Getting your personality just right. And if they had to cut corners on your memories of old-time Earth, well, I guess you can't remember what you can't remember. Too right. Someone or something is trying to put new AIs into the Genesis simulation. It's not working, which is why we're fixing glitches like that one. But here's the troubling bit. That glitch was supposed to be a floating holographic companion. Sound like anyone you know? Whatever is mucking around inside the simulation, it better not try to copy me.
And that is all of the Bog Glitches. That's super exciting that we got them all. I got to learn quite a bit about the story and all that stuff, so that was really cool. Let's take one last little look around the base. For those of you who are new to the channel or just haven't seen it yet, we have our little workshop area. Have our little entrances right there through the holes in the tree. We have a little polymer farm in here. So, the moss tops is blocking it. There's a bunch of Hesperornis in there. Let's see, we have our actual farm up here that has all of our little plants and our dung beetles. And upstairs, let's get up here, there we go. I had was using this top floor as a bunch of dino storage originally, but we don't really need it anymore because now we have cryofridges, so not as much of an issue. We have our kibble farms with all of our dinos inside of those. Let's go up here. I was able to incorporate this vine as like a staircase, so that was cool. That frog is chilling there, and oh, looks like that frog is still chilling there. I have all the frog buddies. This is my little respawn zone. And that not cliff path, that is a cliff platform, is actually a part of my breeding platform right here. So we have those. And so this is the little breeding platform, and then it has a staircase in the back here. I'll show you the entrance. It has a staircase right here that goes all the way up the tree. I'll show you a little bit better view. I use tech elevators. I think it's 81 walls high between the tech elevators you can do. So as you can see, the staircase goes all the way up here. Then it brings us to our little bog museum, and have completed it. I don't think I didn't actually put the parasaur in until just now, which is weird. You didn't know the X creature reskins don't actually stay on the dermises, which really stinks. Hi, frog. What are you doing here? That's a really pretty looking frog, though. Anyway, so we have our X variants, and then we have the Bloodstalker right here. I tried to get the what's it called? Insect swarm, but it's literally impossible to get that dermis. I tried for forever. Have our berry right here, even though for some reason he's invisible. Got the dermis right there. And then everything else here is all the rest of the creatures that spawn naturally in the bog biome, or at least they should. For in single player, for some reason, the Capro, the Sarco, the Berry, and the Leech don't spawn, which makes it a little bit easier to survive at the beginning, but those are also kind of awesome creatures to tame, so I'm a little sad about that. The only one that I couldn't find was the Leech, so I ended up spawning that one in, but the rest of these we got legit. We went out, we found them, and we got a dermis of all of them, so super cool. Upstairs we have our little trophy room, we have our Alpha Carno, which I didn't realize spawned here, but apparently they do. We have our Brute Sarco and his minions, the Berry, and the Dimetrodon. We have our Brute Bloodstalker with his little Aranio minions. We have our Broodmother Lystrix from the Gauntlet mission. I did spawn her in to get the dermis because I wanted my little trophy. That's literally it. It was just I wanted my little trophy. And it actually was kind of hard to get. You had to time it well. The Brute Sarco looks pretty cool. Got to eat my face. Has his little Sarco minions, and then we have our Raptor with his little Raptor minions. Or Brute Raptor, that is. So that is gonna be it for today, guys. Like, I really hope you have enjoyed our little stint in the bog. I'm really excited for the Arctic biome. Man, I'm like, stay tuned for that. Speaking of which, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you're excited to get started in the Arctic biome. I'm trying to decide how much I want to bring over, like how much of a challenge. Do I just start over afresh but just bring the dinos, or what? I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but you guys will see that in the next video, and that is going to be it for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!